At my dad's memorial, my stepbrother smirked. He only tolerated you out of guilt, the lawyer sighed. That's not what this video says. My stepbrother smiled until dad's voice said his full name and the words, "You're not mine." My stepmother Vivian didn't just question my parentage at dad's funeral. She brought the medical examiner. "Before we bury Sterling, I'm demanding an exhumation order," she announced to the 50 mourners. This girl poisoned him for the inheritance. The crowd erupted. She held up official documents, dad's toxicology report showing dangerously elevated potassium levels. Brooks, a cardiac nurse. She had access to medications. She had motive. Sterling changed his will 2 weeks before he died, leaving everything to her instead of his real family. My stepbrother Lucas stepped forward, his face grave. "We have witness statements. You were alone with dad the night before he collapsed. You made him dinner. I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. Dad died of a massive heart attack in his office at the hardware store." But now 2 detectives were actually moving toward me, hands near their cuffs. "Miss Caldwell, we need to ask you some questions." "Stop." Dad's lawyer, Eugene Holbrook, stepped between us. "Before anyone makes arrests, they'll regret. Sterling left something specifically for this scenario." He pulled out a laptop and external hard drive. He recorded this 18 hours before his death. From his hospital bed, after his first heart attack. Vivian's confident expression cracked. "What hospital visit?" "Sterling died from his first heart attack." "No, Mr. Holbrook said coldly. "He didn't." He pressed play. Dad appeared on screen, wearing a hospital gown, oxygen tubes in his nose, looking exhausted but alert. The timestamp read 2:47 a.m., 2 days before he died. "Hello everyone. If you're watching this, Vivian tried to frame Brooke for murder. So let me explain what really happened to me." Dad's voice was weak but clear. 3 months ago, I started feeling dizzy. Heart palpitations, nausea. I thought it was stress from the new store opening, but it got worse. 4 days ago, I collapsed at home. The hospital saved my life barely. They found massive amounts of digoxin in my system. That's a heart medication. I've never been prescribed it." Vivian was backing away. Lucas stood frozen. "The doctors ran tests. Someone had been poisoning me systematically, not enough to kill me immediately, but enough to destroy my heart over time. The hospital contacted police. We investigated." Dad held up a pill bottle to the camera. "This is digoxin. Vivian stole it from pharmaceutical samples at her sales job. We have her pharmacy access records. We have security footage of her taking it." One detective grabbed Vivian's arm. She didn't resist, just stared at the screen in horror. "But here's what Vivian doesn't know," Dad continued. "I installed hidden cameras throughout our house 2 months ago when I started suspecting something. I have footage of her putting crushed pills in my coffee every morning, in the protein shakes Lucas made for me after my workouts." Lucas made a choking sound. No, Mom told me those were heart supplements the doctor recommended." Dad's image looked directly at the camera. "Lucas didn't know. The footage proves it. He thought he was helping me. Vivian manipulated her own son into being an accessory." Mr. Holbrook paused the video. "There's 40 minutes more." Sterling documented everything. Vivian's phone calls with her boyfriend discussing how to speed things up. Her meeting with estate lawyers before Sterling got sick. Her telling Lucas he'd inherit the business if he took care of Dad properly. "The DA has everything," Mr. Holbrook continued. "Sterling pressed charges from his hospital bed, signed his statement, then went home against medical advice because he wanted to see Brooke one more time. I remember that night. Dad insisted on having dinner with just me, said he loved me, said he was proud, said no matter what happened, I was his daughter forever. I thought he was being sentimental. He was saying goodbye." Sterling died 36 hours after recording this, Mr. Holbrook said. "His damaged heart finally gave out, but he lived long enough to make sure Vivian couldn't destroy you." The detective turned Vivian around, handcuffs clicking. "You're under arrest for attempted murder and conspiracy." Lucas collapsed onto the grass, sobbing. "I didn't know. I swear I didn't know it was poison." Mr. Holbrook handed me a second envelope. "Sterling left this for you, and one for Lucas. He knew the boy was a victim too. Vivian's facing 25 to life. Lucas is testifying against her in exchange for immunity.